Hi YouTube, it's me Megan. Let me just say, if this is post-op day number 2. Sorry I did not feel like making a video after surgery or while I was in the hospital. I was just too sore and in too much pain. Let me just kind of explain what happened. So, Thursday I went into Harris Methodist and they put me in a room, got me prepped with an IV. I still can't get the stupid, see the little nasty little glue? I can't get that off, and I don't have an adhesive remover, but they gave me an IV. She got it with the first stick. It was awesome. It didn't hurt. I didn't even hardly feel it because they gave me a little bump of like a deadening agent. So that helped a lot, and could not feel it. It was amazing. They got me hooked up to some fluids, and my surgeon came in. Well, everybody from the anesthesia team, including the anesthesiologist, Dr. Hopkins is what his name is, or yeah. Anyways, Hopkins was my anesthesiologist, and he had a team with him. There was a student also that was gonna watch with the respiratory team and the anesthesia team. Actually, he was fixing to be an anesthesiologist, and he did everything that they'd already done. He came in and did. They made me open my mouth, and they checked under here and felt, just because they wanted to make sure that when they intubated me, I didn't have any loose teeth, or my tongue wasn't too fat and all this. And so so they had me, they were looking me over up and down. I had to go in. First of all, they gave me 2 warm pads. The first pad I had to rub all over from my neck down, at least the front of everything. I did my arms, underneath, I did under my breast and on my breast. I did all over my stomach. The only place she said, do not do your peri area, and so I did my legs and my feet. Second of all, I used the other pad to clean my stomach really good, and they had me put on a gown. Sorry, I have a little bit of gas build up because it's hard not to swallow gas when you're doing this, so just to let you know. And then my surgeon came in, talked to me a little bit, and basically he was asking me about the JP drain, because he felt a little bit safer doing a JP drain on me because I'm going to be out of town, and so the JP drain would help me in case there was a leak. It would help save some time for me so that I could get care flighted down here and I wouldn't be in such an emergency situation. So I went ahead and agreed to the JP drain. Let me just say, it's kind of, it itches because my skin is healing around it, and so but all I have to do is on next Thursday is clip the stitches and just pull it out. So he trusts that I can do that myself, but I may have my coworkers do it. So I also have this little thing I wanted to show y'all. Hold on. Oh, okay. This little thing, hold on, let me pull my drain out. It's a little pouch, and I put my JP drain in it. My JP drain, gross, right? But it's called Uno. And what's in here is, it was really full whenever I got out of surgery. And what it is it's a light sensitive drug that numbs your bowels. So and kind of numbs the area around it. That way you're not hurting, because let me tell you something. This has it's almost done. I pull it tomorrow, and it's not even a round ball anymore. It's like this. Let me show y'all. It's about that big, okay? As before, it was like this big and full of stuff. But it goes into my belly, and I'll show y'all my wounds. So if you don't like looking at graphic stuff, please don't watch anymore after I quit talking, because it is very graphic. So um, I hurt bad. The gas, like my stomach didn't even hurt, and my bowels didn't even hurt at the beginning, or my, it hurt a little bit up in the epigastric area, like under your breast area, just because of the JP drain. And then he put a mesh dressing on the left side of one of the wounds because he had to open it up bigger, and it's to keep from getting a hernia, and so that'll be there for the rest of my life, and that's okay with me. Let's see here. Took about an hour and a half, 2 hours for surgery. I don't remember really. I remember the operating room a little bit. I remember getting in there. I don't remember how I got there, but I remember, I don't remember them wheeling me off or anything like that. I remember telling my family that I loved them and I hugged them, and then that was pretty much all I remember. So they asked me, my husband asked me, he's got a clip of me after they give me this funny drug. But in my little room with my family, they went ahead and gave me some stuff to kind of knock me out. And she called it a happy drug, so it was a happy drug. It was already starting to make me have amnesia, so that was okay with me. My husband asked me where the money was, and apparently I said Honolulu and smiled. And so yeah, it was a great drug. So needless to say, they wheeled me out into the operating room. I remember the big bulb lights and everything, and then I don't remember anything else. I went back to sleep, and when I woke up, I was in severe agony pain. I mean, I was in such bad pain. I couldn't breathe deep, and that was another thing. They couldn't give me morphine because I'd quit breathing, and they couldn't get me. I was desatting, and they let my family come back, but once I started doing that, they told them they couldn't come back there anymore. And it's because they don't want them to see me doing that, because it's very stressful on family and it hurts their feelings. So they finally got me some pain medicine, and I started breathing real deep, getting good air. I wasn't desatting as much, but they went ahead and put me on oxygen, and then they wheeled me back to my hospital room, and they hooked me up to a morphine pump, PCA, and I was pushing that button like crazy. They hadn't even gotten it hooked up yet, but I was hurting. I could tell I was hurting. And I was pushing it, and finally they hooked it up, and they got it all hooked up. My nurse, Mike, and he was excellent, by the way. All my nurses were excellent. They were so good to me. I'll probably have to cut this in 2 videos, so just to let you know. So all through, I got up once the morphine had kind of wore off, and I was okay. And once I quit taking some of the morphine so much, it was probably about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I wanted to get up and walk, and I was having really bad gas pain that wasn't going away, and it was just hurting. And it hurts like your upper chest and the left side of my arm, and into the back and all over the back area, the top part hurt really bad. It still has some pain in there at times, and I can't make it go away because the body will absorb it itself, but it takes time for it to do so. It's the gas that they blow you up with, and it hurts. I'm not gonna even lie, it hurts really bad. There are times that I can't even get it to stop. So what I've done is I don't have a heating pad here, so my mom left her blow dryer, and I just turn the blow dryer on, and I let it just sit there on that, and I'll lay down and let it sit on that place, because the only thing that it relieves it is heat and rubbing it vigorously for a long time. So my family got tired of rubbing, so we put the blow dryer on, and that seems to work, and it helps. So if you have a heating pad, take it with you. Big suggestion that you need it. I had to take a laxative because I felt pain yesterday in my lower abdomen, and he said once I feel that, the left lower abdomen in my bowels, that I needed to go to the bathroom and have a bowel movement. And I started feeling that, and it was getting really bad, and it was starting to hurt. And so I went to Super Target here in Fort Worth, got me a double laxative suppository, and my husband helped me with that. And needless to say, like 15 minutes later, I had the biggest gas explosion ever. I mean, I let a lot of gas out, and it felt so good. And later on in the day, I had several bowel movements, and it was just as if I was doing clear liquids. So I slept majority of the day. I didn't even get, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even get all my protein drinks down, and I didn't even get all my water that I needed to get down. I was so tired. I just hurt, and the only thing that I could do was take pain medicine, and so the hydrocodone kind of knocked me wayward every time, but I needed it because I was still hurting and I was having pain. And today is a little bit better. I'm still having some right lower quadrant pain in my bowels, but it's doable, and every day it gets better. Today I only have like 4 more rounds of liquids, and this is what they give you. Okay, you have to do 4 of these in an hour, every 15 minutes. I actually have done more. Like, I'll drink 2 or 3 in a 15-minute period because my body is just like, I'm thirsty and I want it. My blood pressure at the hospital did the opposite. It actually shot up. So he said to just kind of monitor that, and actually in the first couple of days I may have to take one of my blood pressure medicines away. So this is part 1 of part 2 of post-op day 2, and I will make another video.